this event is perfect for us because we do use AI a lot.
Oh, really? Okay. So how are you guys using that?
Well, we do use it from the initial sketches, initial concepts. Like it helps us with that thought process, with the design process. I am an artist myself. Like I have an artistic background. So before working in architecture, I used to run an art gallery. And now when I have to come up with a design concept, sometimes or most of the times I like put it down on paper or make a painting out of it, and then I use AI to give me iterations. Like I prompt the sentence in a certain way where like AI can create different iterations of a concept that could look like the painting or drawing, let's say. Well, it's not the best, and we do not use AIs for the final result.
Yeah.
And renders that you see in here, those are done by my team. We do render in a way that the renders themselves look so highly realistic that you barely tell the difference between an image and a render.
I can't even tell the difference between the rendering and the pictures.
Yeah, $10 if you can tell me which one of those is a picture or a render.
We're a small boutique company. I have a team of 5, and we also have a team of render and designers in Egypt that we work with. So they're very talented. We do outsource some of the work to them. They work with us full-time, though. They're great. And we do utilize the time difference in our benefit.
Yeah, we have a team in India that we work with. We have a subsidiary company. We've gone through all that, and the same benefit. It's a kind of a double-edged sword, because sometimes when you want to work together at the same time, somebody's got to stay up late. Our team currently kind of has like a hybrid sort of later shift right now.
We do use CDS Max and Corona for renders.
Yeah.
And then we can enhance it with AI or Photoshop. Usually we've been doing Photoshop, and then when AI start kicking in, like we try to enhance the renders in it a little bit.
That's a good idea.
But you gotta do low creativity, otherwise you'll see like hands and
7 fingers.
Yeah, your lights will have arms coming out of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right, so the key here is you're going to get that mic needs to be real close to your mouth, because especially if people are talking. So what people can do, they might hold it like this if you want, or,
Wait, this mic, right?
Yeah, so you can hold it the kind of way we do, or, yeah, like that. And the key is it's basically got to be almost right up at your mouth, just because when people talk,
Like
it's
over
hard
here?
to hear. Yeah, there you go. And we may, while you're talking, if it's too quiet, we might ask you to get closer, because especially if it gets ruckus in here, it can be hard to hear.
Okay.
So let's we're recording, we're rolling. All right. Welcome.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Welcome to the Blueprint Tour. Thank you for having and stopping by. Let me check that mic real quick, see if I can hear you.
Yep, do you hear me?
Yeah, there we go. All right, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So my name is Melita Cekani, as I said. I'm part of IIBEC. I do their social media posting. So I've been knowing about you guys for a little bit before we actually met today.
No kidding, okay.
Yeah. So very excited to meet you in person, by the way. My company is called Cekani Design. We specialize in high-end architectural design. We mostly do interiors. So as you can see back in my poster, I have included a few of my projects. That's the type of work that we do. And this event is perfect for us because we do use AI a lot.
Oh, really? Okay, so how are you guys using that?
Well, we do use it from the initial sketches, initial concepts. Like it helps us with that thought process, with the design process. I am an artist myself. Like I have an artistic background. So before working in architecture, I used to run an art gallery. And now when I have to come up with a design concept, sometimes or most of the times I like put it down on paper or make a painting out of it, and then I use AI to give me iterations. Like I prompt the sentence in a certain way where like AI can create different iterations of a concept that could look like the painting or drawing, let's say.
Yeah. So yeah, I know in the interiors world, there used to be so much effort that went into rendering or trying to put together the idea, modeling that. I guess is it probably much easier to, with AI, present what the idea looks like to somebody. You can say, hey, I'm going for this finish and this, getting something very quickly to look like what you want it to be. Is it good at doing that? have you found, or do you have to kind of keep feeding it new prompts?
Well, it's not the best, and we do not use AIs for the final result.
Yeah.
And renders that you see in here, those are done by my
those
team.
are renders?
Yeah, those are renders. There are
yeah.
a few
Okay,
pictures
this
though.
one here?
That's a picture. That's a real
I
image.
can't even tell the
but
difference between the rendering and the pictures.
They all look like pictures.
that's good. The townhouse is a picture. The staircase is a picture. But yeah, we do render in a way that the renders themselves look so highly realistic
Go show the.
that you barely tell the difference between an image and a render.
We'll try to show it a little bit more closely.
There you go.
Got $10 if you can tell me which one of those is a picture or a render.
Yeah.
Pick them all right. You get 10 Blueprint Tour dollars.
Those expire in 30 seconds, by the way.
Yeah. Offer expires by the time you listen to this podcast. Okay, we did it. So residential New York work?
Yeah, we're based in New York. My office is at 99 Park Avenue,
Oh, wow.
Avenue and 40th Street. We're a small boutique company. I have a team of 5, and we also have a team of render and designers in Egypt that we work with. So they're very talented. We do outsource some of the work to them. They work with us full time, though. They're great, and we do utilize the time difference in our benefit. Let's say they're like 7 hours ahead.
I was
by
going to
the-
ask what the time delta was.
Right. It's like the company is running throughout the whole day and night. So I wake up and I find my renders done. And then I
Yeah.
can just review them, give them comments, and like that's the evening time for them.
Yeah, we have a team in India that we work with. We have a subsidiary company. We've gone through all that, and the same benefit. It's a kind of a double-edged sword because sometimes when you want to work together at the same time, somebody's got to stay up late. Our team currently kind of has like a hybrid sort of later shift right now, but the time shift is nice. Yeah, if you've got a team you can trust that they know how to execute the work, that they can get it done overnight. It's pretty sweet.
Right. Well, they've been working with us for a year and a half, so they're used to it now. And some of them have even adjusted their schedule to make it work for everybody. And I
Yeah.
also try to do my best with that. So we keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, it's oh shoot, yeah. For us, it's been real tough. We've almost going on 10 years.
Yeah, from the same group of guys too.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
Between
Yeah.
5 and 10, depending on but you know, we've been working with the same crew, and we've been through a lot of ups and downs. The whole COVID thing, they all work from home now, whereas when we started, it was an office. But the cultural challenges, hurdles were tough to get through, but now I finally feel like we're a lot more open. So, for example, like a tangible example, in India, it's a lot more common to just say, yes, okay, sure.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
never challenge the direction.
Right.
That took us a lot of time to get our team to say, no, I want you to tell me it's a bad idea. It's okay to tell me I have a terrible idea. In fact, I rely on you telling me that. That was a tough one for them to get comfortable with it, because that's absolutely just a no. You don't do that with your boss. And traditionally, you know, it's usually the boss is the right one and you do what they say or you're in trouble. Another challenge is skipping over middle management is a no-no in India, whereas I encourage our team, like, if you have a middle manager and you have a problem, you can always come directly to me. But that's never, I didn't realize it by asking them to do that. I was making everybody uncomfortable because culturally that's
Oh, wow. I
not
see.
what you're supposed to do. So I was like, sorry guys, I didn't know, but that's what I need you to tell me.
That's
Are
That's
there are there challenges like that with a team that's from a different country that you guys are facing, or is it a little straightforward?
There could be challenges like that, but it's mostly younger people, like in their late 20s. So we're kind of chill, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, we haven't really had that issue. But we do have a team manager and then the other people that assist him and so on.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you find your clients? Do they usually just know you from your work? Are you out there finding folks? What does that whole workflow look like?
Yeah, in New York City, I'd say it's a pretty small market. Like everybody knows each other, right? So if you do a good job once, twice, and 3 times, like people will refer you. Since it's a tight market and people know each other, the word of mouth plays a great role. But then online marketing, LinkedIn, and Instagram, those are very important too. And then following up with previous clients or potential clients, or like anybody, like peers in the industry as well. there could be manufacturer, contractor, supplier. Like we do exchange clients like that as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's always that way. It seems the same way in every. New York City is a huge city, but we were talking to somebody that community is still like a small, tight knit community. Everybody in construction knows.
Yeah, everybody knows it.
Yeah, it's like I know you. I know that you got in trouble last year for that one thing. You know, same thing. City to city, it's very similar, and why it's so
Yeah.
important, like the trust, like or the podcast, the building trust, and all that kind of stuff. And I know that's like a played out, cliched kind of industry tagline, but so be it. It's really about that for us, and we started it by talking to our own clients on the mic. Took them a little bit of time to get comfortable with it because they're afraid, like, what if I say something stupid? I'm
Yeah.
like, trust me, I say something stupid like every 5 seconds, so you'll look way smarter than me.
It
But-
takes a lot of practice.
Yeah. Have you done other podcasts before yourself?
I've done interviews and I've done events as well. I've been part of a few panel discussions, but it's always a little bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, as you can tell.
Oh no, you're doing great. I wouldn't know. When we were talking about on the last episode, I still get stage fright, like going up there today. I was just get super nervous.
Yeah, at the beginning. And you
Yeah.
kind of catch a groove and you get into it.
Yeah, like where do you look though when you're on stage?
Yeah, I don't
I saw you looking
know.
down.
Well,
Yeah, there was a TV.
Yeah, the TV
Yeah,
was
just-
there, but I'm like looking down is bad, so I'm like trying to look at everybody and also try
Sorry.
to look at the screen. I don't know. I just probably think about it way too much.
I know.
Yeah.
I was trying to like
Just
look
close
out.
my eyes and just
What is it? What do
hope
you-
for the best.
the introvert joke, whatever.
Oh, it's how do you what is it? How do you know that a engineer is an intro? Oh, how do you know that an engineer is an introvert? They look at their shoes when they talk to you, and how do you know
Yeah.
he's an extrovert? They look at your shoes when he talks to you.
Yeah.
The bar is low.
Yeah. So this is for, because we're engineers, so we fit the mold of like, I always tell people, if I could stay behind my computer and just never have to go outside, I would. It would be great.
Yeah.
So
I
this
know.
this really forces us to try to have those conversations because relationships are so important. And with COVID, we were all kind of happy, like, oh great, we don't have to go outside and see anybody ever again.
I know, right? COVID was good in its own ways. Like you could have presentations on Zoom and then share the screen. So that was great. Like you could even like take control of somebody else's screen and then
Yeah.
annotate and so on. Yeah, we still do that. I mean, being in the office in real life is great, but then knowing how to do the vice versa is also a good skill to have.
That's a good point. A good balance, because
Exactly.
it's sometimes if you go to somebody's office in-person meeting, you get the benefit of the relationship, but the markups and what you talk about, it's harder to document accurately versus a Zoom
Yeah.
meeting. You can mark up on Bluebeam. You can get a way better, like everything's documented. Plus it's transcribed now
Yeah.
with Zoom. And so a good balance, a blend of it.
Exactly. And then you can ask Gemini to take meeting notes and then share it with everybody that joined the meeting. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now we can actually figure out what we talked about and it's all
Yeah.
searchable and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm good to hear that you're using that. How are you prompting ChatGPT for, like, how do you use the text side of things? I know
The text. I do have different projects like in the ChatGPT platform, let's say. So I'll have proposals or LinkedIn post description, Instagram post. Instagram posts and LinkedIn posts are a little bit different the way that you describe them. So I'll have different projects, and then when let's say I make a new proposal, I go back to the proposal file folder in ChatGPT, and then like start rewriting a prompt, and it will use like a similar language that we used in a different proposal before. And yeah,
one of the great things that I think it can do, because we have our team in India can communicate with our clients directly, but with the advent of AI and these language models, it helps normalize what they're saying, because they're technically experts. They know what
Yeah.
they're talking about, but formatting the small details and the nuances of like American English versus local English in India, it made sometimes the communication challenges
Right.
harder for them. And so now they're like a lot more confident in communicating with clients because they can get their ideas rewritten in a way that they know somebody can understand, which has been a previous challenge for them,
Oh
That's-
yeah, for sure. Even like writing emails is much easier now because you can rephrase it how you want it. You can formalize it or make it seem more friendly and so on. So sometimes, I'm on my phone working somewhere to site whatever, and I gotta send an email real quick and just type the keywords, and then it's gonna rephrase it for me, which is huge help.
Yeah, or when I'm frustrated and I was like, please write this in a way that doesn't make me sound super pissed off at my client right now. So tell me about the residential side of things, because you're a associate AIA, right? So registered architect in the AIA world.
Well, I'm not a licensed architect, but just want to make that clear. So that's why it's associate AIA. It's not AIA.
What does that mean? Associate AIA? Is
So
that
I'm,
separate?
I studied architecture, right? But I haven't gotten the license as of yet.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
However, we are, our company is fully licensed and insured. We do have licensed architects and engineers in our team.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can get things done.
Yeah, I know that we know a lot of interior designers, and that's kind of the challenge, because the skill set of an interior designer isn't always like what an architect. It's a very different thing completely. And some architects are great interior designers, but there's many interior designers that aren't architects, and then they get hired for these designs.
Yeah.
And then there's the ADA and the firewalls and the life safety and all the stuff that comes into it, where they need it to be stamped potentially. That's what we
Right.
see a lot. And so an architect gets brought in for it. So I guess that's kind of how the workflow works for y'all.
Yeah, that's right. Like having the architectural knowledge and the code knowledge helps a lot with interior design. But then when it comes to filing and so on, we do have our architecture team that takes care of the building code and reviews the plans and so on. So we're capable of doing both. But we do like to focus on the higher end projects that include interior design. And then if filing is required, then that's great. We can do that as well.
So I often think about residential design as something that would be challenging, because in commercial construction, it's a lot more, maybe you got a chain restaurant or something, and they're just used to construction process. They're more experienced and seasoned in the whole construction process. But with residential, often, at least for us, it's maybe their first, second, third house, and it's probably that's as much as they're ever going to do. It's not like their job to
Yeah.
build their own house. And so I wonder what that experience is like with a end user that maybe isn't their profession. Like what is that? Is there how do you work with that?
Yeah,
I see you
yeah.
smile.
It can be a little tough. Like part of it is educating the clients and walking them through the process, and we gotta make sure we have a clear scope of work, and we let them know what it will take step by step to achieve the final result, timeline, schedule, and so on. And we use virtual boards. We use a Miro board where we have everything laid out from the scope of work to existing site pictures, site plans, inspiration images, and then they can see the whole progress. Like when we make new progress, we post on the board, and then they get a notification, and they have access to it 24/7. So that helps a little bit.
How many times in interior design, I'm sure everybody has an opinion on your work, whereas engineers, we're lucky, especially electrical engineers, it's like you can't have an opinion. It just has to be there, right?
Yeah.
Like that has to go there, and you can't say no because that's what the code says. So navigating like how much iteration is right for somebody, and managing like the inputs from people, and knowing that maybe you have a vision for something that the client may or may not be able to see, and you're working to communicate it. How do you navigate those challenges of iteration and other people's input, I guess?
Okay, yeah, that's a really good question, because design can be limitless and endless.
Yeah.
So it can drag on forever. The way we start with understanding the client's vision, getting their inspiration images on the board before we even say a word, right? So we want to hear what they want, and the color palette they want to go for, the type of products that they like, the style, and so on. So when they show us what they are envisioning, then we can understand how to push their vision and turn it to reality. We do offer 3 iterations. Like we will have the space in a clay model, let's say, where the furniture and objects will be like black and white 3D models, where that way the client can see how the space looks like proportionally. And then as we progress into that, then we start adding colors and create preview renders. So then they understand the color palette, they agree or not. If they don't, then we show them a different version. But it's usually like 3 iterations, and then if they want more than that, then it's an extra charge and so on. Like we just negotiate that with the client.
Yeah, I would be so bad at that.
But with AI, you
Same.
can make a lot of iterations.
Yeah, that helps, right? So
They
you can
help
just,
a little bit, yeah.
especially in like a schematic level thing, you just get a quick
Exactly.
rendering of what you're wanting to do.
Yeah,
so,
that's what it helps. Yeah.
So which ones did
Takes
you say
time.
are rendering?
The bottom here are renders. The
This one.
house is the picture in the middle.
Yeah,
All these are renders, and yeah,
yeah, you'll have
most
to
of
check it
them.
out. It
That's
really is.
crazy.
It really is hard to tell the difference. How long does it take to build a rendering like that?
Depends on how large the project is, right? But let's say for like a 3,000 square feet office space that we recently completed in Times Square, that took us expedited. It was around 4 weeks.
4
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
Wow, I had no
Expedited, yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
It can take like 3 months to like design the whole house,
Yeah,
expedited again.
yeah,
Yeah, because
Wow.
we go from like, you know, the schematic floor plans to picking up furniture, finishes, wall finishes, like the type of shine element, you know.
How,
It
how do
goes-
you some of this stuff? How do you even model it? Do like do you
Oh.
figure out like this chair, for example? Like, do you find that exact chair?
Yeah, we do find an exact chair from the supplier, and then we can model it in our 3D software if we don't have 3D object from the supplier itself. Yeah,
So much detail.
a lot. Yeah, we do use CDS Max and Corona for renders,
Yeah.
and then we can enhance it with AI or Photoshop. Usually we've been doing Photoshop, and then when AI start kicking in, like we try to enhance the renders in it a little
that's
bit.
a good idea.
But you gotta do low creativity, otherwise you'll see like hands and
7 fingers.
Yeah,
Your
7
lights will
fingers.
have arms
Yeah.
coming out of them. Yeah,
yeah.
that's amazing. Well, cool. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. So how do people find your website? And
Oh, that's right. Find me on Instagram at Cekani Design. Follow me there. Find me on LinkedIn. My name is Melita Cekani. Or you can email me at melitacekani@cekanidesign.com.
awesome. So that's Cekany for Cekani.
Cekani.
I totally screwed that up. Ignore me and listen to her.
It's been a long day,
Cekani, Cekani. And
Thank you.
appreciate you coming by. Thank you so much. We
Of
had a
course,
good
thank
conversation.
you.
Always love talking to interior designers. There's so much we could unpack, but thanks for stopping by with us, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
And sorry
Thank
I
you.
spelled your name wrong.
No worries.